Good morning, guys. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? I still sound like a frog. I'm still sick as a dog, so my apologies for sounding like a foghorn. I'm sneezing and coughing, so just bear with me on that. But I thought we'd do. Oh, I'm listening to myself here in feedback, but bear with me because I thought we'd do a special Friday session today because we do have an event that could be market moving. And I say could be because we don't know how much variance there's going to be in PCE. Generally, PCE, which is the Fed's favorite measure of inflation, tends to be a pretty important data, but it rarely surprises. So for us to make money today, we need a little bit of a surprise because the market has to react off the balance, off the equilibrium that it's going to be. So we're going to do our usual one trade, hit it or quit it idea today. We're going to do this on wealth charts because Apex is now back to 80% off. Wealth charts are super cheap. And because finally, the final version of the dots indicator is going to be on wealth charts, hopefully on Monday. I'm doing a final preview of it today. So I will, assuming that the code has been ported really well, should be really good to go. And then we'll be able to actually have the wealth charts version in its full capacity. So those of you guys who have the indicator, that'll be good news. Those of you guys who are on wealth charts, that'll be good news for you. And we're going to use Wealth Charts right now as a platform for us to trade. Also, because when we're doing this one and done, it's actually because Wealth Charts has everything integrated into it, the order management system, the chart system, everything all at once. It's going to be a lot easier for us to place all these trades in an instant. So the first thing we're going to do is I already bought 225 accounts. We're going to use that for gold. I'm going to walk you through how I'm going to set up the trade. And now we're going to go to Apex, and I'm going to buy the 50s because, you know, it only takes about 2 minutes to set up the account. So I'm going to show you how we're going to do this. I'm going to log into my account. Yeah, it's going to ask me for authentication because I re-logged out. Hang on a second. 668-106. 668-106. Confirm. Okay. So you're in Apex. Go to Wealth Charts. I recommend the 50, especially because we're going to trade the 50 for the NQs for the NASDAQ and the 25s for gold. Okay. Make sure, obviously, always to use the BK save code. Right. Let me actually put this into chat so you guys have it. It says 50% off, but it's actually 80% off. Ignore it. I didn't get a chance to update the link. Go over here. I'm gonna hit next. And I'm gonna take this off screen because I'm really tired of having my credit card information stolen on the internet. Hang on. Okay, so I have subscribed and paid, right? I'm gonna go again. Back to Wealth Charts one more time. Because we want to have two accounts. It's only $33. As you can see, it's really, really cheap. Again, BK save. Next. And again, I'm going to just take it off charts. Subscribe and pay. And we should be done. So now I have two 50,000s, two 25,000s that are completely at my beck and call to be able to do the straddle, which is what we like to do. So I'm going to go through the strategy with you in just a minute of how we try to get funded in one trade and explain to you all the mechanics and show you exactly. You're going to be able to see. I'm going to walk you through all the mechanics of the situation. But in the meantime, I'll just give you guys a few minutes to go out there, get a couple of accounts set up so you guys are all ready to go. So very, very simple. As I said, Apex Trader, the link is over there. Ignore the 50. It's actually 80% off. They went back to really, really cheap discount, which is why I decided let's do a couple of new straddles. So let's see if we can get ourselves funded in one trade. We've done this very successfully 3 or 4 times already. No guarantee it's going to happen today, but let's give it a shot. So I'm going to walk you through gold, and the cool thing in Wealth Charts is everything is just at your fingertips. You can see everything is at a drop-down menu. So I have 151, 152. Those are the $25,000 accounts. I don't know, Yankee. I don't know. Yeah. So Eddie's making a really good point. Eddie is making a really good point that one of the reasons why I kind of wanted to do this is because in addition to having a massive discount, these guys have a huge discount on lifetime fee. Usually it's $140. Now it's $85. So very, very cheap for us. If we can fund it, getting the lifetime, getting the funded account is very, very inexpensive. So I will, we'll see if we can do it this way. If not, we're going to try and get some funded accounts by Tuesday from our regular trading. But what I wanted to show you was, And let's see, by the way, let me see if they've already made the accounts. Yep, look how fast it was. So I have 151, 152, and then just as I bought the other ones, you see the accounts added, it just says to me accounts added. The 50,000s are the 53, 54. So what we're going to do is I have two tabs open. One tab is going to be for gold, which is GCZ. So you just type in the symbol GCZ, and you get gold December 25. I'm putting that on the chart, right? You put that on the chart, and you type the same symbol over here, GCZ, and then you have the same symbol over here. Now, in order to align, and you don't have to align it, but in order to make sure that you're in the right account, you just make sure that the 151, this is the first account, is on this chart, and 151 is on this chart, right? And the setup, you're trying to fund one of your 250,000s. Well, I'm doing the demo on the $25. I don't know what the proper target will be on the 250,000. So I'm just letting you guys go off my setups, because those are the two most common accounts that everybody trades is 25 and 50 because of the very good risk reward ratios. So that's what we're going to do for those of you who are looking to do this. So anyways, we're going to go balls in for on $25,000 account. You need to make $1,500. You also have a $1,500 budget against you. So you effectively, if I'm using the maximum amount of contracts, which is 4 contracts, I have a $3 slippage against me, a little bit more than $3 against me, and I need to make basically $3.80 to get fully funded. That's not a big move off news. We see gold sometimes go $6 up and down off news. So it's not a horrendous, ridiculously big move. And as long as we can survive the adverse slippage, because obviously gold sometimes always goes down, then it goes up. As long as we can survive adverse moves one way or the other, if we get a big move, it should be a good play. So the way I have set up gold here, again, I don't have a stop loss. The point is you're either going to win or burn the account. It doesn't matter. These are cheap accounts. The whole point is to get funded quickly. This is not a risk management strategy. This is like a all-in, balls-in strategy. The risk management is in the fact that it's very cheap. That's your risk management. You risk a very little amount of money to try to get a $25,000 funded account. That's the risk management. So the take profit, just put a take profit here at 380. And we're going to have the 151, I'll be a buyer. Then all I got to do is switch to 152 and I'll be a seller. And I'm going to do this about 30 seconds before the event, before 8:30 event, right? So I'll do it like, very, very close to the event as far as that goes. And then on NASDAQ, the NASDAQ accounts, which we're going to set up at why can't I get a drop down? 153. 153 is the $50,000 NASDAQ account. That one, we're going to trade with 4 quantity. Now we have maximum of 10, but that's way too much leverage. We don't need that much because at 4 contracts, we just need 37.5 points, 38 points, which is about 155 ticks movement. And of course, we know that off news, NASDAQ often moves 50, 60 points. Now, again, I have no idea if today there's going to be any movement. I thought it was worth a shot because hey, we got big discounts because PCE can be market moving, and it could be fun for us to do. So I'm coming in here completely neutral. It's not like I'm in front of CPI or NFPs where I have a lot of confidence that volatility is almost certain to happen. I don't know if volatility is that. The bet here is there's going to be volatility, but I don't know. Today is an open question. So I'm being very upfront about that. But the point is that I've set this up the best I could, which is I got 4 contracts, 155 ticks, which is about 38 points. That takes me just above my target range. And of course, what I'm going to do is 153, I'll be a buyer, and then I'm going to drop down to 154, and I'll be a seller. Again, same concept. We're just going to go this way. Start with 152. go all of this way at around 8:29, 30 seconds into the trade. So let me know if that's clear to everybody. Give me a yes or no. Tell me if anybody else is going to straddle with me. I'm just curious. Anybody else going to try and straddle with me today? Let me know. Hang on, guys. I'll be right back. I'm going to be sniffling with you guys all morning long, so just forgive me. Peter, you're gonna straddle with me? Nice. Eight accounts. Ooh, Fabio. Fabio's got 8 accounts ready, man. He's ready. He's ready to rock and roll. Okay. Kurt's ready. Ben's ready. Okay. Most accurate astrologer. Again, we'll see. As I said, what's the NASDAQ symbol in well charts? It is NQZ. Okay. So if you go over here, NQZ, you just go like over here, just type in NQZ, and you're going to get E-mini NASDAQ December 25. Okay. Right in the chart. I don't know for the $250,000, guys. Don't ask me. I've calculated all my numbers based upon a $25,000 account and a $50,000 account. You guys figure this out yourselves for what you're doing, because you're obviously, if you're doing a $250,000 account, it's a much larger target to this. It's got a much worse risk reward ratio. Those are all decisions you got to make yourselves. Sorry, guys. I'm just sniffling like a little girl. Otherwise, then, so we're going to do this, and then we're going to come back and chill out and probably trade our usual just scalping the dots structure, which has been going really well. Like even last night when I just didn't have anything, like I only traded a couple of times in Asia, everything hit. I'll explain how basically I'm trading 5 accounts, targeting $400 in each account, and just trying to meet those targets. And on that game plan, that trading plan, I'm essentially going to be hopefully close to funding within 4 or 5 days. So we'll see, but it's going very well, because these are incredibly high probability trades, and they're resolving pretty much in sync with what I want. NASDAQ is mildly bid. We're positive bid here, 26.3. Gold is also. So it seems like the markets are anticipating kind of a benign PCE, even though PCE itself is, let's go look over here. It's not like PCE itself, which is the core number, is that tame. That's at the 2.7% rate. It's still pretty high, definitely above the 2% that the Fed is looking for, but I guess not so high that the market is really concerned. I mean, it was 3 last time. It's forecast to be 2. The other thing that's going to be interesting is, we have personal income, personal spending. Those numbers if those numbers hold up, that's all pretty good for the consumer economy. So, so we'll see. This is funny. This banner ad. I thought this was a kid. This guy looks so young. He looks like a little kid. I'm like, what's a little kid doing on a forex website? But yeah, as I said, very possible if it comes in at 2, we don't have any movement. And if we don't have any movement, we'll probably just simply close out the positions. There's no real reason to hold on to them because we're trading volatility, but we'll see. Yes, the NASDAQ, as you can see, if you look over here, here's my little magnifier. Here's my little magnifier. See that, guys? 155 ticks 4 contracts. I forgot. I have the great thing about Wealth Charts is it's a Chrome. It's just a browser, so I can use my magnifier. It's pretty cool, right? You guys like that? I really like the magnifying glass. That's nice. So we obviously not trading anything until then. 10 minutes to go. Just chilling out. It's Ask Me Anything Friday, so go ahead, hit me with whatever questions you guys have. Tell me where you guys are coming from. If there's new people in the room, I am happy. GC, I am balls to the wall. 4 contracts, max contracts on 25,000. So if I go to, it's 380 ticks, $3.80, and it's 4 contracts. So it's do or die, baby. You know, like I'm giving myself $3 of negative slippage, which is pretty dangerous, but you know, we'll see. I think what I'm going to probably do, to be honest with you, I think the sequence, the more I think about this, the sequence will be NASDAQ first and then gold second. So I don't leave myself too much room for adverse retracement. So good morning, guys. Good morning. Who's new in the room here? Any new people in the room? Come joining us. We're doing the new straddle, which is something only that you can do at Apex because all the other prop firms are much more stricter about their rules. And again, that's not a way we trade, but it's just the way we try to get funded if we want to have fun. And when we have a cheap account. So we have cheap accounts. It's an easy way to get funded and then really work our whole trading plan, which is the exact opposite of this. In real life, we hit singles all day long. We don't go try to hit home runs. I don't even know, like, what is there like a cricket equivalent for a home run or a single? Like somebody from the Southern Hemisphere who plays cricket, tell me, what's the equivalent of a home run and a single in cricket, or is there one? No stop loss, Joe. We're going. It's balls to the wall, baby. Do or die. This is not a risk management strategy. As I said earlier, the risk management is in the price of the contract. It's dirt cheap to buy the eval. That's the risk management. Your stop is your fee. That's your stop, which is only like $29 for a $25,000 account, which is less than what I spent on bagels today. It's called sixes. Wait, what the fuck? You call a home run sixes? 6. A home run. Okay. 6. All right. You know who's a huge cricket fan now? My 12-year-old daughter, because our nanny is from Trinidad and just obsessed with cricket. So my daughter like knows all this shit. And I am, just completely befuddled. Because they were watching the West Indies Cup, Trinidad won, I guess, blah, blah, blah. So she's like totally into wicket and sixes. And I'm like, Jesus, kill me now, please. But yeah, I will say the one Southern Hemisphere game that I absolutely love is actually rugby. When I was in Australia, I really, really like rugby is a game that Americans can totally get into right away. It's very intuitive to them, given American football. It's basically American football without pads and just going backwards. What company is your trading today? We're trading prop. We're trading NASDAQ and gold, my friend. Slow game. The cricket is a slow game. I know. Jesus. I mean, it's so slow. Like I don't know how they stand it. But rugby is not slow. Rugby is a lot of fun. Yeah. Who's new in the room here, guys? Say, where are you guys coming from? Tell me. Something exotic, like Gary, Indiana, or Spokane, Washington. I'm doing 2 accounts with gold, 2 accounts with NASDAQ. We're going to go long on one, short on the other, and see if the volatility takes us to profit. That's the game plan. That is the game plan. What time do we have? That 25, 5 minutes to go. Cape Town. Cape Town is beautiful. My wife loves Cape Town. Denmark is not exotic. Yeah, I would agree. I would agree. Although you're supposed to be the happiest people in the world. Although somehow I don't think you're super happy right now. Everything I'm looking at Scandinavia looks like just a disaster zone. You know. Naples, Florida, great town. Really great town. I said, I spent more on bagels today. On Naples, Florida, you couldn't buy a drink for the cost of an Apex account. By the way, guys, so a couple of things, while I have you, let me put this up here. First of all, everybody come to the Wealth Charts Summit it's going to be next week, actually. Is it next week? No, the week after that. I'm always confused. The week after that, Wealth Charts Summit, totally free. I'm going to be teaching prop, but it's 5 days of some of the best traders in the world. So please register. Please get everybody else to register with this particular link, okay? So that you can make Rob happy. Get your wife, get your cousins, get your kids to register. It's really worth it because everything is streamed. It's really, really cool in terms of content because it's stocks, options, futures, forex, everything you can possibly think about, investments and trading. Lots of really interesting people who are going to be presenting. And I'm going to be presenting on Thursday. So I'm going to come back from Dubai, and literally the next day, I'm going to present as well. Australian rules football, yes. So please be sure to that. And then also, starting Monday, we're going to have the website for the Boca webinar. It's got a date, it's got a location. It's going to be awesome. So if you want to come hang out with us in Boca, full day of live trading with us, conversation, hanging out, it's going to be really, really fun. Can't wait to set that up. So if you're anywhere, even if you're like in Naples, just cross the coast and come to us. We're going to be in Boca, and I'm going to have David Green with me, who is literally one of the best market makers in the world. He was so good, the guy retired at 30. That's how much money he made, and he just he trades now. He trades Apex really, really well, and he's going to be showing all of this stuff. We have not decided to webcast Boca just yet. So I really want to see some people, we got to see, really want to make this a live event, but I'll think about the webcasting. Yeah. Brittany, definitely come on down. I'd love to see you. All right. How close are we? We are 2 minutes away, right? Let's get into the thing. So we got $1.34. When this gets down to about 30 seconds, we're going to start placing trades. Like I said, we're going to place trades on NAS first. So here I am. This is the second tab is the NAS tab. The 53 account is going to be the long account. I'm just going to press long. And then I'm going to go to 54 account and just press short sell. So let's we'll get to the countdown to about 30 seconds left. So we're going to go NAS first, gold second, only because I have so little spare capacity on gold. Like if it goes against me, it's just gonna pump me up. But don't be surprised if nothing happens. It's very possible that this thing could come in right into money, and then we don't have any volatility, and so what? Maybe we'll just close everything out for flat, or we'll just maybe we'll just let it ride. All right, so we got at 30 seconds. Okay, let's go to gold. NASDAQ. So NAS we're buying. Then we're going to switch account to 54, and we're selling. Now we're going to go to gold, and gold we're buying 51, and now we're going to switch to 52, and we're going to sell. All right, so there we are, and we'll see how it plays. We got 4 seconds, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 1 second. Any reaction? Not much of a reaction. Up, down, really not much of a reaction. Jesus. Yeah, not much of a reaction. 600, 200, starting to move a little bit. Let's see what the data is. 2 is in line. Personal spending is good. PCE is in line. Income is good. Maybe positive bid. I mean, let's let it ride. What the hell? Let's let this thing ride. Let's see what it wants to do. I don't know I don't even know what gold did here. Gold went 3 against me. Let me see. Let's see where my other gold is. One account got removed. And where's the other account? 51. 51 is actually running. That's the long account. So I'm at around 1,000, 1,100. Can I pump it up to like 84? Let's see. Can we get it up there? 3. There we go. Oops. Close all. Wait. Flatten. Okay. So that's good. So we funded one account. Right, on gold. Let's see what we did on NASDAQ. This one is net out. What's this one? 53. Oh, this one got done? Wow, nice. NASDAQ got done. Oh, wow, yeah. Awesome. So gold got done, NAS got done, both of them got funded. We just funded both accounts. Yay, baby. Yay. Now we got 85s for PAs in the money. Very good. I think this deserves a little winner, chicken dinner. All right, talk to me. Who got funded? If you're 20, if your gold account, so let's go to my gold account. See, my gold account is 27,000. I need 26,500. That's all I needed. So I actually went way over my budget. Now, the very, very important, everybody, I'm going to say this again because I say this 1,000 times. What's the number one thing we do? Kurt got 250Ks funded. Yeah, baby. Nice job. What's the very important thing we do? We don't touch this account. Do not touch this account because the account is still live for the rest of the day. You fucking make a trade, you lose it. You don't get funded. These accounts, 151 for me and 153 for me, are off limits. Matter of fact, now that we got done on wealth charts, we can totally go to Tradeovate and go back to like our regular business of just making regular money. This way, we're not gonna touch it until on Monday when I have the full wealth charts indicator and I have all those PA accounts that we're gonna start trading. So good job, guys. Good job, guys. Who else got funded? Really nice. I want to see everybody who got funded. Kurt got funded. Peter got funded. Tell me. I want to count this up because I want to see how many people got funded. It does not show funded right away. You have to wait until 5 o'clock today. They'll send you an email. Blessed bullets. Blessed builders. I'm sorry. Jesus Christ. My dyslexia is coming in. Excuse me. I'm sorry, guys. You just have to put up with my miserable sneezing today. Blessed builders got funded. Very good. NQ and gold. Yeah, good job. You guys used my settings, right? You basically used 155 ticks on that, and used the gold settings. It all worked, right? It was all really, really good. Who else got funded? Ben said he's close. Anybody else trade the game? He got funded on 50K gold. Good job. Good job. What'd you trade the 50K gold with? Did you trade it with 4 contracts, or you just went like balls in for the 10 contracts on a $4 move? Okay, Jim did not get funded. Oh, it's too bad, Jim. Why would you not get funded? Did you follow exactly my prescriptions? It seems like the only way you couldn't have gotten funded is if you did something different, because everybody else just followed. If you just followed the prescriptions, that's why I went very, very slowly through all the setups. Okay. My settings on NASDAQ, let's go back to my settings on NASDAQ. 155, 4 contracts, right? That's what my settings was. And it was, it was in this account, 153, right here. You see me? I come in over here. I get funded over here, 30 points, boom, boom, boom. Then we go to gold, 151. Sorry, I have to show you gold. Hang on. Sorry, it's in this one. Let me show you this one. This is gold. I get long over here. Boom. I get a massive, massive move. Now, what's interesting is that gold, I managed to survive the stop here on the decline, and then boom, I got the long trade done. So that was really, really good. Yeah, we managed to survive volatility. Gold was a very, very close move here. Really, really close move, but I managed just to survive the stop, and then boom, we hit the target. Yeah, why did you use 75 ticks, Jim, when I specifically said 155? I went through this like 4 or 5 times. I mean, it was calculated precisely to get you funded. So why a stop on gold? I didn't have a stop on gold. Sorry. Also, it doesn't make sense, Jim. If you needed 75 ticks, I got 155 ticks. Why would you not be able to get 75 ticks? It seems like you may have just executed a little bit late. Yeah, NQ is popping. Yeah, good news. I mean, like the market really likes the data because data is muted. More. I mean, if you think about this, it's really positive data. Look at the spending. Spend is strong. Income is strong. I mean, this is enough to make Democrats just get even more apoplectic because the data really, really, really positive. Although I will say this, guys, nobody's really talking about this, and Kay's probably going to talk about this on Monday. And everybody thinks it's like, it's not a big deal because we've had this 1,000 times already before, which is the government shutdown. But something tells me like this government shutdown, if they take it to the wire and these assholes don't compromise, because this time Trump is like, fuck you, we're just going to fire everybody. And that's a completely different set of parameters than we were used to before. Remember, all those people on government payrolls make a lot of money. If he just blows them off the payrolls, I think that's going to be a big hole in spending. So I'm a lot more actually concerned about this particular Mexican standoff that we've had than all the other ones before. Because all the other ones before, you knew it was just posturing. But here, I think they're playing with live ammunition. So I think that's going to be a macro event that's going to come on. It's going to be a conversation people are going to be having a lot more next week than they are now. So just be wary of that, unless they resolve it. But, right now, I think that's actually a much bigger risk than people are giving it credit for. So, watch for that. But in the meantime, on a macro level, it's all good. It's all good. Spending, personal income, core PCE. That's why everything is bullish on NAS. That's why NAS is really, really starting to climb. Oh, excuse me. Oh my God. I'm really a mess today, huh, guys? All right, let's watch gold. Now we're going to go back to our regularly scheduled programming, and let's do trading. I'm going to walk you through I have 5 accounts that I'm running. So we already got 1, 2, 3, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 funded here. And now in wealth charts, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there'll be 2 more. So holy shit, that's going to be 7 in wealth charts, 5 in Trade of a Trading View. And then if I can get a couple of more funded, we'll be like around 12, 15 accounts, which is just going to be an embarrassment of riches, because from then we're just going to trade funded accounts and we're going to trade them to payout structures. So that's the next step in our prop journey. But for now, I'm still working the 5 funded accounts that I have here, right? And just to catch you up on where they're at, we're going to start at the 145. The 145 is 51.1, right? We're a third of the way there. The 47 is even a little bit closer. It's 51.2. The 48 is at 500. So that was the one I traded overnight. 49 is 400. The idea was I want to do $400 a day, right, in each one of these accounts. Now, I don't know how much I'm going to trade today, because I'm just, I'm really under the weather. But I'll trade with you guys today, and we can trade the 150 account starting. The idea here is we trade this until we hit a loss, until we hit 400 plus, or we hit a loss, and then we move on to the next one. We move on to the next one, and so on and so forth, right? That's how we build all those accounts into a P&L. I showed in coaching, and if you want to go, you want to come join me in coaching, I'll be happy to show you all this stuff. I showed in coaching how doing this, even with even money trades, meaning that I have no edge. And obviously, I think we have an edge because we're clearly net positive in all the accounts. With no edge, just break even money, I have a 98.7% chance of taking one of these eval accounts to funding, doing it this way. So it's an incredibly high probability structure. So who wants to hear how we do the setup? Let me see. I want to see like 3 yeses from new people on how we do the setup in the room. And then I will explain to you exactly what we do and how we do it. And until we get 3 yeses, I'm just going to be silent, because I really don't need to be talking today. All right, Edward, Joseph, Bob Kennedy. Good job, guys. Sam, very nice. Where are you guys coming from to me from? We have mostly Americans here today. It looks like we have a lot of Americans. Yeah, a lot of Americans here. Enrique, how are you? Okay, so we trade a proprietary indicator that I created called dots only, there's lots of different strategies, but the strategy, Canada, very nice. The strategy that the bread and butter strategy that we just keep it very, very simple and clean is momentum and trend, right? And I'm going to show you exactly what we do. We have two moving averages. The long-term moving average is just 200, and the short-term, which is 8 period. Simple moving averages, nothing complicated. That's all it is. When we're above, when the short is above the long, that's a positive trend. When we're below, that's a negative trend, right? In a positive trend, we want to take every white dot for a trade. Every white dot for a trade. So we assume that in positive trend, white dots are early warning buy signals. We assume that the wave of the trend, that the trend itself, like an undertow, is going to carry us to profit, regardless of whether it looks good or bad on the chart, right? We're just going to take every white trade. Now, we also have counter trend signals. And the counter trend signals are the purple dots. The purple dots are early warning sell signals. But we only in a counter trend take the lower purple signal. So if there was a purple dot over here right now, that's lower than the prior dot, that's a sell signal for us. We'll take it. So that's the uptrend. When we go to the downtrend, everything is reversed. We take every single purple trade, and only high white trades do we take on the counter trend stage. That's it. We keep it super, super simple. Not much more than that as far as looking at ideas. Generally, you know, I don't even want to get into, you know, we'll play it by ear as it comes in, but there's very, very few exceptions that we make. So the key thing is we trade with very negative risk reward ratios. We trade with a $1 target, $4 stop on gold, 5-point target, 20-point stop on NASDAQ, because the function isn't to create a super, super winning strategy in that one particular account, but they have a very high probability expectation of winning the trades and then moving on to the next account, That's the beauty of trading prop. Because we can rotate through accounts, we can distribute risk. So what would happen, basically in the general situation, is you make money on one account. Let's say you hit a bad streak on a second account, you take a loss, you move to the third account, you make money. And the whole idea is that one out of those 5 accounts is going to collect almost all the good trades, and all those good trades are going to take you to profit and to payout. That's the general explanation of the mathematics behind this. And again, that assumes zero edge. Of course, we're trading with edge, because if we're trading with zero edge, half these accounts would be way underwater, right? They'd be all negative. But they're not, because even with losses, we're still net positive because we have a positive edge. Basically, the positive edge that I sort of is operable right now is a 10-2 edge. Not a big edge, but certainly big enough to give us nice P&Ls. 10-2 edge means we win 10, lose 2. That's a net positive 2, right? Now, is there a way to improve that? Absolutely, there is. And when we get into funded accounts, we'll work on the ratios a little bit. Maybe we're going to tighten up the ratios a little bit, but generally we don't need to. We're not looking to prove ourselves right on any individual trade. We're just looking for high probability structures, given the fact that momentum works. You're going to see, hopefully, we'll get a few setups, and you'll see it trading. Generally, we get a trade every 15 minutes per instrument. So, in a good day, we're supposed to have 8 trades in an hour. Today, it might be much less because the market's kind of just a lot of times after news, everything dies, and that's exactly what's happened now. So everything died, which is why I'm glad we did the news straddle, because I knew that this was an opportunity for people to get funded, an opportunity for people to understand. We specialize in trading prop, getting accounts funded, getting people paid out on prop, which is a very, very attractive, unique proposition to those people that are not aware what prop is. Prop is allows you to trade simulated money, simulated accounts for real money payouts. What that means is that you're completely protected from losing any money at all, except the original money that you have as part of your fees. So your only cost is the fee of the account. There literally is never any capital risk to your account. So you could be trading, like I am, $500,000 worth of fundable capital, and never have more than $600-700 worth of fees at risk. That's it, and they're capped. Like it's not like there's any additional structures. Whereas if I was trading $500,000 of my own capital, literally the whole $500,000 is at risk at any given day, any given moment. We all know that, right? So that's why I love prop, because it allows you the opportunity to trade the markets for real without having to take real risks. Do I trade NFPs? Yes, we do. Of course. Was that NFP or was that a typo for NFP? Because you wrote NFC. So is that excuse me? Is that clear to everybody as to what we do here? So looking right now at gold, right? This is not quite a lower purple, not quite a trade for us. Much as I like to force a trade, I'm not going to force a trade. If you're new to trading, like for example, Blessed Builders here, I can't think of a better way to learn how to trade than to learn how to trade with prop. Because when you're new, you're going to make a ton of mistakes. If you're trading with real money, every mistake is going to cost you your own personal savings. When you're trading with prop, any mistake is just going to be basically just fees, right? And just to give you an idea, like when you're trading futures, you need a minimum of $5,000 to $10,000 to even begin to explore the futures markets. You really need about $10,000. I don't think you could, if you, given the fact that it's cost $29 to get $25,000 account, $30 to get $33 to get $50,000 account. I don't think if you just went absolutely crazy and blew an account an hour, you could spend $10,000 in a year, right? So prop is exactly what I'm trying to tell you. Prop trading, and our friends at Apex right over here is where you're going to be able to get your accounts. Prop trading is the ability of traders to buy an evaluation account, pass an evaluation test, get into a funded account. A funded account is where you're trading for real money, and then reach a target and literally collect money. So, for example, and to understand with the business model, obviously, the firm itself is assuming that most people are going to fail their tests, and most people do. Most people trade their accounts and they cannot get funded, and even when they get funded, they can't get paid out. So one of the things that we specialize in is obviously creating tools and creating strategies to help people do that. The average numbers in the world is 5% of people actually pass their funded test, whereas 75% of our students do. So, we have a huge edge in helping people succeed in this. But even if you didn't have an edge to succeed, if you just wanted to just learn about the markets, I can't think of a better way of learning about the markets, because it's cost you $30 to trade real markets, real prices, real numbers, all of it. Hey, calm down. There's nobody there. Who's there? Hold on. Sorry, guys. The Pomeranian is going nuts. I got to figure out if somebody's at the door. There's nobody there. Okay, relax. Okay. So what markets do? What is that question? You guys, you have to ask questions in actual English. Okay, I don't understand questions. So as I was saying, you cannot possibly find a better way to learn how to trade markets, to understand price action, to understand economic movements, to understand what makes success and failure in trading, than by using prop, which is so much cheaper and easier than using your own money, right? So I'm watching to see. I mean, even though I didn't take this signal, I was kind of tempted to. This would have worked. We would have been short here at 83.2, and it went all the way down to 81.2. Would have easily made money on this one, but I just kind of let it. It wasn't quite to my. It wasn't quite. It needed to be just a little bit lower, But you can see that the signals that we get generally are extraordinarily successful. Even if you were just trading in the pre-market hours, which I really wasn't, but if you were trading in the pre-market hours, this is a trade that, what was it, 79? It went down to, yeah. This trade would have made money. This trade would have made money. This is a lower low over here. Would have made money. I wouldn't have taken this because this was a below trend. This trade would have made money because this was a lower purple right over here. This would have made money. This would have made money. So you would have had 8-9 trades from 4 o'clock in the morning, all making money, just collecting $100 per trade, nice and clean and easy, in an easy scalp fashion. What markets do you have to trade with Apex? Good question, Gigi. You can trade stock index futures, which is the S&P 500, NASDAQ, Dow, or Russell. And frankly, almost everybody just trades NASDAQ because that's the most active market. And you can also trade metals. So you can trade gold and silver, but of course everybody trades. Basically, there's only 2 trades in the futures markets that everybody's trading, because the two of the most popular markets right now is gold and NASDAQ, right? You can trade other markets too. You can even trade currencies if you wanted to. But why? You want to be trading the most active popular markets that have the greatest amount of movement, because that's where the money is at. The thing about trading that I think is very interesting, investing could be, I'm going to find some hidden gem that nobody cares about, and I can sit on it for 10 years and nobody pays attention. And in the 11th year, everybody discovers it, and I make 10 times my money. That's the Warren Buffett way of trading, Warren Buffett way of investing. But trading is all about finding the single most popular thing today, this instant, this moment, this hour, and riding that momentum for profit. That's why it's kind of really important to understand, and why all of our orientation is always momentum based. So here's a setup for us that is sometimes questionable, but we're going to take it nevertheless, because the key thing that you're going to see is that I take all the trades that are part of my plan, whether I think that they're good or not. Oh shit, I'm not prepared, guys. I'm not gonna be able to. Let me see if I can. I didn't have Tradeovate set up. Let me see if this thing is gonna work. Sorry, I'm yapping and I'm not prepared. Let me see if it's gonna run away from me. Okay, never mind. Sorry, I actually wasn't prepared to do any of my trading because I've been yapping and I haven't set up my accounts. I'm just chilling sitting on my laurels that we got funded on the thing. But here, would have been able to take this trade here at 91. Target would have been 96. Would have already been done. All right. I'll try to focus a little bit. We'll try to get into trading. So what I say, I'm going to trade the 50s. Okay, I'm going to trade the 150 out. Okay. All right. So we'll see. We'll see what next possibility we have. Now, here's what you'll notice. You notice one thing that I'm doing, good, bad, or indifferent, but it's this from the school of hard knocks. I had a setup. I wasn't prepared. I missed the setup. Old Boris would have been, oh fuck it, let's give it a try. It's still a good trade. It probably would have been okay, good trade. New Boris just does not take the trade. I don't give a shit that that this still would have been a good trade. I don't chase. We're either coming in on the candle, on the close of the candle, or we're not doing it. Why do I think it was a good trade? Because the slope is kind of very, very negative, right, Tony? Like we had a big steep sell-off. So I thought maybe, generally what I love to do is I love to buy the whites in a green slope if I can, or at least a flat slope. But this was kind of a very negative negative red slope. But like you see, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what I think. The only thing that matters is what we should be doing on the process, right? Oh man. The whole idea is not to overthink this. I always overthink a lot of these things, but you don't want to overthink it. Let me move you guys over here to my other screen. So here's the thing that came up in coaching yesterday. There's nothing to do with we got gold setting up $1.29 on the clock. So gold setting up, if this thing holds as a white dot, we're definitely going long gold. So I am just going to focus on this account on the 150. Instead of talking, I'm actually going to try to focus. So $1.11, once it gets down to 4 or 5 seconds left, that's when I'm going to start trading it. Unless, and this is the key thing, this is why we love my indicator. It's only a signal if it closes to be a signal. Like this thing could disappear. The white dot could disappear if the prices don't hold at the top. What this is basically communicating to you is that there's buyers and they're trying to hold the top of the candle. There's enough buying pressure here to keep prices elevated, which gives us confidence that they're going to go higher. That's all it is. It's just very, very simple observation of how price action works, obviously. And it goes away. And the setup goes away. So now we'll have to see. Now it's borderline, and we're really going to wait until the candle closes, because we don't want to be faked out at the very last second. No trade, no power, no trade. Right? Okay, fine. We basically wait for new setups. You think it's going to be high volatility? It's going to be up here? Maybe, Evgeny. We'll have to see. For us, volatility is good. We want volatility. We hope there's lots of, because we catch intra-hour volatility, intra-minute volatility. So we're looking for movement, for sustained movement one way or the other on a very short-term time basis. So for us, any kind of volatility could be good. All right, so the buyers coming back. They refuse to buckle up, and they're trying to rally it again. Let's see if they want to hold if they want to create another white dot. In which case, we're going to go long gold. Constantine, are you asking me about what the moving averages are? They're 8-period SMA, 200-period SMA. But it really doesn't matter. It just needs to be some long-term version and some short-term version. Just these two tend to be, we've been using them forever, and they tend to be a really good indicator of general trend direction, right? What we're looking for is general trend direction. Right now, general trend direction in gold is up. General trend direction in NASDAQ is up, but relatively muted, right? So we're just watching it carefully. Hola. ¿Cómo va, William? Was that what you wanted to know, Constance? Constance. I am apologizing at a time for sounding like an old man who sighs like insufferably. It's because I literally can't breathe. So, indulge me, please, today. I'm just trying to focus on getting good trades out for you guys. So we're going to need this. This candle needs to close above 84.6 in order for us to get a signal. The pop on gold, what was this? Is this the high for the day? We cleared the 88s. Interesting. Gold is really, impressively well bid here. Okay, $1.16. We're starting to pick this up. Buck 2 is starting to do a nice little move here. 55 seconds. Let's see if they want to hold the gold. I mean, it really feels like they want to make the run for the highs, which would be at around the 88 level. We're gonna watch this gold trade, but then after that, remind me. I want to share something with everybody who's a laptop trader that you may find very, very useful, very valuable. Came up in coaching yesterday, and I just realized many people could use this tool. So let's just see if the gold trade holds, so we can get into the trade. And I'm gonna show you something cool. Okay, so we trade gold one target, 4 stop, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, I'm long. Now here's the important part. Candle closes at 85.9, which means my target is going to be 86.9 right here. That's going to be my target. It doesn't matter, and I got done, and the trade gets done. So it's $90 to the good. This is a very important part. I keep talking about this every single day, but you want to see the mechanics. It doesn't matter what you got filled in. What matters is I'm making my 1 to 4 parameters based upon the actual price of the setup. So I, for example, got in at 86. 85.9 was the close, right? $1 away from that is 86.9. I get in, let's say, at 86, and my $1 away is 87. I do not wait for the 87. I don't wait for the perfect. Oh, I needed to go to my target. I needed to go to my setup target. This is a very, very important part, very much from the school of hard knocks. It doesn't matter where you want it to go, because the market couldn't give a shit about your own terrible execution or your bad fills or whatever it is. It only works on what the setup is, right? So yeah, it goes. Of course, many times the price goes way through, and we're looking only to skim the highest probability trade possible. That's not the point. The point is that in order for us to do this properly, we always adjust our target to where it's supposed to be, not what we want it to be. Okay, just to kind of confirm this with everybody. And if that means I don't quite make the 100, I made 85 or 90, that's so be it. You don't I don't go for the perfect. I go for the good. Like, what is that? What's the statement? Don't let the perfect be the enemy of the good. Something like that. Is that the statement? Is that how it goes? So, anyways, first trade on the post news. We clip it. You want to see, if you want to see what that looked like on the charts. I don't like to pollute the charts, but we came in here, 86.4, 86.1 to 86.9. That was a entry. And obviously it goes higher, and you could tell that they were going to try to run the highs, right? The cool thing about our setup is that it can be used 100 different ways. It can be an early warning signal for a much longer trend trade, or it could just be a scalp signal, which is what we're doing. All right, another scalp signal over here in NASDAQ, the white dot coming up. If it holds, we'll take that and see if it wants to run. Guys, I look like I'm auditioning for the. Oh my God! Now I. Oh my God! What was the Al Pacino Tony Montana movie? Holy shit! What was the name of that movie? I can't. It's really early onset Alzheimer's. I can't believe I forgot the name of the movie. Al Pacino, Tony Montana, Scarface. Jesus, thank you. I know. I look like I'm auditioning for a part on Scarface today, but it's just me having a cold. Anybody take the gold trade with me? Who took the gold trade with me? Anybody? Nobody? They keep drawing me in. No, that's from The Godfather, Keith. You're mixing up Al Pacino movies. Eddie took a trade. Keith took a trade. Ben took a trade. John, everybody, good job. Good job. Everyone, very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Nice, nice, nice. Good job. Say hello to my little friend. Yes. The world is yours. I used to write like a trading column, and literally the most famous trading column I ever wrote was "Don't trade like Tony Montana." If you guys ever find it, it's like 1,000 copies of it on the internet. Just pull it up. It's really, really good. It's only like maybe about 500 words long, but it was really the best trading piece I ever wrote. It just reminded me of the whole thing. My whole life, I've been trying to curtail my worst Tony Montana instincts. Good morning, Sandy. Man, we banked the news trade. You missed the news trade, Sandy. You'd have had 55 more accounts had you traded with us. I'm watching. What do we got? 9:10. At around 9:15, we're gonna just suspend trading for a little bit until the market open and see what we got there. Don't worry, Sandy. Another week and another dollar. The beautiful thing is we wasn't from Trading Places. Buyers win, sellers win, but we always make the commission, right? From the two old guys. It's still the best. Okay, it's Friday. Thank you. 8 figures. Actually reminding me of some useful information instead of me just bullshitting around with you. Useful information. Let me pull this up, guys. Just 1 second. I want to show this to you. Just pulling off screen. I'll be right there. Okay. All right. So this is, if anybody, I'm sure everybody trades on a laptop, right? Everybody trades on a laptop. This is like one of the best things you can buy for the least amount of money. It's $200. It's literally, I don't think you could even buy a used iPad for that. It's a dual monitor. So you take a laptop and you turn it into a 3-screen structure. I literally have this on my side. The reason why obviously this is so useful is because, you want to trade gold in one, you want to trade NASDAQ in the other, you want to do email in the third. It's amazing. It's 180 full 4K monitors, 15.6, more than enough, for what you need to do just as a functionality. It's USB, just plug it in. I mean, I should be working for this company, but the point is, I don't give a shit. It's a Chinese-made product, but just really, really well done. It's plug and play for Windows, and if you have a Mac, you just need to do download a driver and attach it to your Mac. But if you have Windows, it's just a no-brainer. The thing folds up into literally a tiny little sleeve. I have my laptop and this thing in a backpack, and I don't think the two of them weigh more than 5 pounds. So really, really useful product. I didn't even know, they even have a bigger one. Oh, I didn't even notice. Oh, look at this shit. They have an 18-inch monitor. Wow, that's insane. That's really, really big. What the fuck is this? Wow, this is a 2K. This is a 24K, 18 and a half. Oh, so they have they have a whole slew of shit. I bought the cheapest ass one. They have the 4K monitors. I mean, you can go crazy. You can go nuts. Even this, think about this. This is at $599. This is not even. This is two 4K monitors, and it's not even the price of a mediocre laptop, right? And it's portable. It's just the beauty of it is it's portable. It's actually a really good deal. 23.8 inches. Holy shit, that's huge. Wow. Wow. Interesting. Interesting. Wow. So good, good stuff. You got the 24 inches, right? Yeah. So, I got the cheap ass one. I got the cheapest one because I don't really care. I need it for functionality. But, if you guys want functionality, it's a really, really cool thing. Ah, fuck, we missed the trade. All right. Doesn't matter. You get the idea. We should have been in on this trade. That would have been, that would have been another trade. Sorry about that, guys. But, I was showing this around. Yeah. Oh, let me give you the link. Hang on a second. I'm sorry, guys. Let me give you the link. Where's this fucking link? Why am I missing the link? What's going on over here? Where's the link on the screen? Why don't they have the share? Well, let's try it. I'll send this to you. It's called. It's called this. This is the link. I don't know if you guys can, if this link works, but the name of the thing is Interview. This is what you look up on Amazon. I'm putting it into chat. Okay. All right. Anyways, that's a pretty useful thing. Sorry guys, I missed this trade. This would have been in at 78. Target would have been 83. Would have been done. But resolution is fine. It's 1080p. It's totally like it's Keith for like to look at a chart. It's more than you need. If you want a higher resolution, they have all those more expensive models. Dual portable models. I mean, this. I have the lowest version because I want to be able to to take it with me to the airport, right? I don't give a shit about I just want to be able to to do trade on one, chat on the other, email on the third. It's the most functional 3 monitor setup you could possibly do. But yeah, it's fine. No, it's really, really good. Yeah, I know. I'm telling you, everybody. I know everybody is who's trading. You're sitting on a laptop. It came up in conversation yesterday because somebody was like, "Hey, I'm only on one screen." I'm like, "You're only on one screen. What the fuck are you doing? I'm gonna change your life." How portable is it? Like I said, my Lenovo ThinkPad and this thing combined don't weigh more than 5 pounds. This works. It's a good question. Does it work on USB-C with extra power? Hang on. I'm not sure. No, it does have power. So, it does need a power. So in other words, you can't, you're not going to sit there on an airplane and have 3 monitors. But if you're in an airplane lounge where there's tons of plugs, you just take 2 plugs, or even take 1 plug because the laptop doesn't need a plug, but this thing does need a plug. Yeah. So yes, sorry, it does need a plug. Yeah, but it's a tiny little plug, so it doesn't really require a lot of stuff. Yeah. Well, I think being a trader and being a monitor salesman is probably pretty much the same thing. You can't really be one without the other. But yeah. All right, we're 9:20. Unfortunately, no more trades for the next 10 minutes. We'll just sit here and chill out, see what the world brings us after the open. Yeah. So Ben, I think the reason why this requires power, like a plug-in power, is because it's a dual monitor setup. It's not a single. I have a single monitor setup where it was just USB-C. But the reason why this is so cool is a dual monitor setup. It turns your laptop into a 3-monitor structure instead of a 2, which is so much better. What I like to do on the weekends when the markets are closed, I get tortured by the women in my family to do all sorts of bullshit things, like go shopping, food. I try to do 20,000 steps a day. I take my dogs for a walk. And honestly, a lot of times, I'm programming the strategies. I really do I do a lot of my programming on the weekend when I have like peace and quiet. But generally, I try to do nothing. Like this weekend, I'm just fucking sleeping. I'm telling everybody to leave me the fuck alone, and I am just sleeping it off because I'm sick. Wait, hold on a second. Yeah, that's right. I'm trying to figure out like when we're going to be in Dubai. So we're going to be in Dubai not next weekend, but the weekend after that. Okay, so that's fine. Yeah. So speaking of that, by the way, guys, a lot of people who like to trade Asia with me. This week also, I think we're going to have very limited Asia trade, maybe even no Asia trade, because it's just kind of like, it's fall, it's crazy time. So Jewish holidays coming up. We have Yom Kippur coming up on Tuesday, Wednesday. And then after that, the week after that, I'm going to be in Dubai. So I think Asia training is going to be suspended for a little while until I come back. But the good news is when I do come back, we're gonna hopefully have a new platform for all of you guys CFD traders. And when that platform goes live, you're going to really, really like it. So there'll be some good news there as well. Anybody else trade with a portable monitor? I'm just curious. Or like better yet, you know what's a good question here? Let's see who's I trade on. I'm actually curious. PC or Mac? I obviously have both. You see like in the background behind me, the two big screens, the vertical screens. That's a Mac Mini behind me, and I love the Mac also. But for portability, I always have the laptop. I'm actually curious what everybody trades on. Five minutes to the open. Let's see what the markets do. Actually, let's take a look at also what Twitter is saying. Anything regarding the data today. Let's see what the observations are while the markets open up. Okay. Let's see. No, I want to see headlines actually. Headlines. Huh. Yeah, I mean, basically what I said. Generally, data was better than expected. There is really no underlying inflation going on in here. And PCE remains relatively contained. So hopefully it should be a pretty positive day for the markets. Let's see. You trade on the Mac, but you installed Windows. Why? Do you switch around between the two? So everybody is very PC oriented in this room, which makes sense because most trading software is kind of PC first and Mac second. And of course, the monitor that I showed you is a plug and play for PC, so it's really good. All right, we're 4 minutes away from the open. Everything kind of quieted down. The other thing to kind of understand about our indicator is it gives you volatility information as well. So, for example, it's telling you that the last 1 hour, the range in gold is 20 points, which is a lot. If it goes, our sort of volatility setting is that if it's more than $6 in an hour, that's a pretty wide volatile market. So that's telling you, be wary of that. Same thing over here, that the range in NASDAQ over the last hour was 108 points, which is a lot also. So the key question is, are we going to maintain this, or is the range going to start compressing, which looks like it's really starting to compress, and volatility seems to be coming down. Really quieted down, right? Nothing much going on here. Good morning, everybody from Twitter or X. We are just twiddling thumbs right now, waiting for the market open. We're in a moratorium from around 9:20 to 9:30, 9:35. Missed a couple of signals because I was yapping, but we took this signal over here, this white dot signal to the upside. This would have made money. This would have made money. We would have had 3 signals post-event. But the good story is, for those of you who, if you want to watch this on replay, everybody who traded with me on the news event, the news straddle, funded accounts. So it was really, really nice. Yeah, it's I've had a couple of people ask me that the documentation on wealth charts is a little bit sketchy, which is frustrating for people. We got funded on wealth charts for gold in 51 and for NASDAQ 53. So we're going to have two more funded accounts. That's going to take us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 accounts, and that'll be more than enough for us to go out there and trade. It should be a lot of fun. We're going to do a lot more wealth charts trading tomorrow. So while I have you guys, are we going to do the NFP on Friday? Probably, because we're still going to be here. Don't forget to, if you like my lives and you guys are enjoying it, please come join me at the wealth charts, or just register for wealth charts. I just put the link in there. It's a whole week worth of free trading education. So please come. All right, gold is, teasing me on a white dot over here, but I made this mistake before. And even though gold is really not The market open that we're watching is NAS. It doesn't matter. We just we give it leeway on gold as well. So next, if we get getting a signal in the next 2 minutes, we'll trade that. So gold maybe a trade for us if this candle holds. NASDAQ is unwinding the pop off the PCE as a typical pump and dump on the open, but the real trade is going to be in the next 10-15 minutes. We'll see. Am I going to do it again on the NFP to do a straddle? I will. I probably won't. I don't need to do any more straddles, but I will certainly show people how to set it up. I'll be happy to walk you through it, because I think we've kind of done the straddles. I mean, I'm more than enough funded at this point. But if you guys want to do it, I'll be happy to show it to you. NAS breaks the 24.6 on the open. Really feels like the price action is a little slow today, huh? Like all the move was in the first 30 minutes when we traded. Then everything else kind of died out. Now let's see if they reverse the pump and dump here. Maybe we get a white dot here. This could be an interesting possibility for us. Sorry. $1:27 on the clock, so plenty of time. We'll see if this reversal holds. Wow, Jesus, this is a big reversal. This is a 60 point candle. Really, really big move. $18 seconds left. Went all the way from 600 to almost 700 at this point. Wow, it was really, really popping. 8, 9, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we're long this thing, and it got filled really, really fast. I didn't even bother trying to adjust because I knew it was going to be big momentum. So that was good. That was a big pop for a clean $100 in 5 seconds, which is what we like to see. But this was very much a dangerous trade because there was such a big move on this candle that this candle could retrace half its power and still really not be a down candle. So one of the reasons why you see our trades succeed so well is because we are not greedy. We just take the sweetest part of the trade, the one that has the easiest way to make profits. When you take going for five point target, it's very it's generally very easy to make that sweep. We are on a 2-minute time frame. 2-minute time frame. Gold also now popping up a little bit. So now we'll turn to gold. 55 seconds on gold. Let's see if gold wants to rally a little bit. "33 seconds. Anybody take the NASDAQ trade? "13 seconds, 12 seconds. Wow, big pop on gold too. All right, we're long gold. The target is 89.9, so 90.9 is my target. Let's see if we can, and we're done on gold too. So gold gets done too. So I am, pretty much like 4 for 4, close to where I want it to be. I mean, if you can see, this is, let me show you the charts. Here are all the trades. This was a success. This was a success. I think actually only one. I'm three. I thought I did 4, but I think I did 3 here. And this was a success. So 3 trades, not 4, but all hitting our targets, all executing our scalp conditions. I could have had this one over here, which I just simply missed because I was yapping, and I could have had this one, which I was missed because I was yapping. So it could have been 5 in a row, which would have been good, and then you just move over to the next account, and that's the game plan. Just find those opportunities, hit 3 or 4 in an hour, move over to the next account. Don't wait. And you see how the markets can very, very quickly turn on you. So we took the very quick move here, as I knew it would be, like a lot. This, gold also is very, very volatile, and that's all you do. You just adjust yourself to the. As I said, if I waited to my perfect target, I probably would have been stopped out. I took myself to the target that I needed to be in. So hopefully that's good. My goal targets are $1. Cheryl hit those targets. Good job. Everybody hit those targets very nicely. All right, guys. We did a lot of good work today. I think, we deserve a little bit of a chill. I'm going to leave you guys with the indicator. If you guys want this, as I said, join my coaching. I'm going to put the coaching link over here. And be sure right now, before it goes away, because when the prices go away, the accounts get very, very expensive. Buy like 5 or 6 Apexes right now. Keep 2 or 3 of them for the NFPs if you want to get quickly funded. Here's the Apex link, and trade the rest with me like I do on this continuity basis, and keep going. Right now we have 5 accounts, and they're all running positive. Here's the 50, here's the 49, here's the 48, here's the 47, and here's the 45, and they're all running positive. So let's keep this going by just focusing on the quality trades that we're doing, and enjoy yourselves. All right. Take Sting. Yeah. Thanks. That's what I'm gonna do on the weekend, William. Somebody asked me, what do I do on the weekend? I'm gonna make the card for you that has the correct profit, the correct setups. What's the white dot, purple dot setup? What's the stops and target on that? What's the Christmas tree setup? What's the stops and targets on that? And I'm going to create a single PDF card for you guys as a reference point. All right, and then everybody can download it. Okay, great, guys. All right, everybody enjoy. Thank you so much. I'm going to try and sleep this off. Hopefully I'll be better on Monday. I'll see everybody later. Take care, guys.